Hello, my wonderful idiots. Today we'll be learning how to make a gamepass script because, oh my god, we're so cool. So first we're going to begin by going up to the top left. We're going to press publish to roblox because, well, for gamepass we need to have this published. We're just going to call this testing gamepasses. Testing. Usually turn those off and we'll create. Now, we go to mrserverroblox.com. We should be able to go to create. And usually it'll be in games, and this should be the first page that pops up. However, if it's your first time going to create, you'll get a big massive screen, and it'll be one of the buttons in the middle, but I can't really show you that. So you go here, you click on that little thing, you go to store, and you're going to click add game pass. So we're going to add whatever game pass we want, so I'm just going to choose one. This is my file, and we're just going to name our game pass test. We'll call this test. Preview. Let's see the preview of our game pass. Takes a bit to load. Test. And this is very important. You'll need this for later. On the top of your screen, you'll see this little number here. You just want to select that. Now that you've done that, you want to go back to your studio. Once you're in studio, let's say we want our game pass to give someone a tool, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to go to toolbox, and we'll find let's say a sword. So we'll go here, we'll give them a sword once they own this game pass. So check this. We don't want that in start pack. So where you want to place it stored is we just want to place it in server storage for now. And you're going to create a script. So this won't immediately appear for you, but you're just going to type in script. And you just want to insert a script. Make sure it's a script, not a local script or module script. A pure script. And what you're going to type in is you're going to type in, you don't have to put these little things up here, but it's good to have those there. So we're going to type in, I believe it's called marketplace service. So you can type in marketplace service, game get service, marketplace service. And then you're going to type in script here. And we're going to also have it so that we check any players who join the game and when their character loads. So we're going to say game players. We're going to say players to player added. So this checks that when a player joins the game, it'll run the function you put here. So whatever code is in here, it'll run every single time a player joins the game. And if you want to access the player who's joined the game, we'll just put the variable name we want for them there. So let's say we want to call the player who's just joined the game PLR. We'll call them PLR. And whatever we want to do, we can type in there. So we can get the player name by doing that, or we can get their user ID, and we can do whatever we want with that. Now, next we want to do character added, which is another event. So every time their character spawns, this function will also run. It's the same as this, but instead of when a player is added, it's when a player's character is added. And so with this new character added function, what we want to do is we want to check if marketplace service get, it's one of these. Hold on, let me see, I might have to cut this part out. Hold on. Here it is. User owns Game Pass and Sync. So once you have this, you want to put in the ID. So because we just copied it from before, we can just control V it in there, and we can say if they own the ID. That's all this is saying. If they own this Game Pass with this ID, then, and up here we're going to do local service storage equals game get service service storage. Then we're going to type in variables here. I'm going to say classic sword equals service storage dot classic sword. Right, now that we have classic sword, we can say classic sword clone dot parent equals character. This isn't the best of practices, but it works. And something else we want to do is because the player has a backpack, their sword or whatever tools they have won't necessarily be in their character. It may also be in what's called the player.backpack. So we're going to put backpack equals player. Now we're going to do wait for child here because the backpack isn't always loaded in once the players join the game. That might take a bit, so what we want to do is we want to wait for their backpack to load in. And then we'll have the backpack in a variable. And we're also going to say here, if backpack find first child, we'll say classic sword dot name, capital N there, dot name, then backpack, and we're going to say classic sword dot name, destroy. And here we're also going to do the same check, but under the character. So, and not character find first child classic sword dot name. And this is all this does is it says if they own the Game Pass and they don't already have the tool under their player character, then give them a new sword. And if it's in their backpack already but not under their character, then get rid of the one in their backpack. This isn't the best example of how you should necessarily write a function like this, but it does give you an idea of how this kind of stuff should work. And so if we press play, because I'm the owner, I will always own this tool. And if we press play, it should work. Should work. Argument 2 missing or nil. Silly me. Ah, yes. Very important. Pretty sure you need to put the player here. Or might be the player.user ID. Now this is why this fill in is very important. But right, okay. This is a bit embarrassing. Okay. When Roblox pulls stuff like this, you just want to type in Roblox Studio, and you're going to type in something like Marketplace Service. I'm going to Marketplace Service, and now you see it's already listed here, user owns Game Pass. Let's see what arguments pass. Only debate it's, yep, the user ID and the Game Pass ID. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to pass their player.user ID, and then the Game Pass ID. So you see? So it checks if the user owns the Game Pass and, we've already explained this logic. But that's generally the gist of how it works. Alright, so if they own the Game Pass and they don't already have it, and they don't already have the tool, then give it to them. And you'll see, here we get the tool. Now, if I reset, escape doesn't work here. If I reset, oh, there we go, I'm dead. Oh, it got removed from my inventory. And here we go. Let's swap back in with it. There you go. Working game part. And you can do this with any tool you want. Any tool you want. What you want to do is, if your tool has a different name, like let's say it's a pistol, then you just want to change this to pistol, or you want to change it to .classic sword, or .classic sword new extra, whatever it is. It could be anything, it could be phantom gun, whatever your Game Pass is, that's what you want to change the name to. And I hope you enjoyed my tutorial, and thank you for watching.